So guys, I hope all of you are doing well. So in this video, we shall be discussing on to how to uh, maintain your profitability in your crypto journey, in your crypto trading journey. Okay. So a lot of you people did message me about the current market where Ether has gone upwards leading to a bullish movement across the whole market, and there was a very strong correction, right? A very strong profit booking from the higher levels, and this actually has trapped a lot of people, especially those who were making uh, long positions in your altcoins. Okay, so in this video we shall be discussing a few important points that I have learned personally from my own mistakes in crypto. How, in the past, I wiped out my profits that I was able to uh, take out from the market, especially in the bull run, right? So this video will be more on the side of retail mindset and how you actually maintain profitability. So yes, let's be clear on the video motive. We shall be discussing some strategies. We shall be discussing some rules that you need to maintain uh, across the whole market phase in order for you to not to have a big drawdown in your capital, and secondly to preserve your profits, because it is very easy to make profits in this market, and it is even easier to lose out the profits that you have made. So let's be clear on that part and let's start off the video without any further delay. Okay. So yes, guys. First of all, the first and foremost rule that I have learned is never deploy 100% of your capital into the market, right? However good the market conditions are. Okay. So just keep in mind that, say for example, you're having $1,000 account. Do not deploy the whole amount in the market at any point of time, even when the market is, you know, in a very bullish mode or in a very bearish mode as well, right? Now, typically, retailers like to take more risk when the market conditions are very bullish, right? So that's one thing you need to understand. And the second thing is retailers always have a smaller stomach when it comes to capturing profits, right? You will be happy with $20, you will be happy with 30, 40, 100 based on your capital size. But again, you will comfortably be able to hold losses, which can be up to three times of what profit you have made, right? So always retailers का ही रहता है कि प्रॉफिट्स तो ज़्यादा होल्ड नहीं करते, प्रॉफिट्स छोटा भी हो तो दे जस्ट कीप ऑन बुकिंग एंड एग्जिट द मार्केट, right? They turn into a scalper when the markets are bullish, and when the markets are bearish, they look out for averaging, they look out for holding with larger stop losses. Right? They basically become an investor. Okay, so this is something wrong, and I also have been a part of this problem. Everyone is, because crypto the volatility is so good that when the markets give you gains, you know, the gains seem to be like very big, right? In terms of what you have deployed, right? So this rule should always be in your head that yeah, the market can turn wrong at any point of time. Always you need to have a setup that you will be trading with, right? So one setup that we have actually shared with all of you just a few days back is the bullish engulfing and the bearish engulfing setup, right? So as per our rule, whenever we saw a bearish engulfing at top or at around the resistance zone, we go for a short sell. And whenever we see a bullish engulfing at a buy at a support zone, we go for a buy. Say for example, this is a bullish engulfing that Ethereum has printed on its daily, on its hourly time frame, and this is basically signaling a buy trade. You should have made your entry somewhere around here, kept your stop loss down below, and held for maybe at least 1760. 1 is to 1 gets the job done, right? Why 1 is to 1? Because this strategy has got a higher accuracy, especially if you do it the right way. Okay, so let's now come down to the second rule. The second rule is, say for example, even when you are in a bull market, and say for example the coins you are holding start coming down, then what you should do actually. So the next thing that you should do is maintaining an hedge, right? What is hedge? Say for example you have $500 in long positions, and in case the markets turn bearish, you need to have some capital spare in your account with which you can go for a short position in any asset, preferably which one, preferably the one that is underperforming in the market. So it could be Ethereum, it could be BTC, it could be Solana, no problems. And in an hedge, just make sure to keep a higher leverage as to what you have kept in the long trades, because the long trades, you know, if it is not a trade and rather a positional entry, right? And in that case, you will be holding them with a larger stop loss. So that shouldn't matter for you. But again, when it comes to an hedge, this is basically a way to manage the drawdown in your capital, right? And be sure to take the hedge at the right point of time, right? Once the market starts to fall, once the market signals a selling, then you should just go for an hedge quickly as possible. Remember, even if you book a stop loss in an hedge, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter a lot. Even if you get liquidated, that also shouldn't matter, because you are actually going for a higher leverage because your margin was a little higher, right? So this is very important for you to understand how the market works. The next thing is, do not go for higher leverage. You know, a lot of people who have started small with a smaller amount of capital, they don't really go for, they usually go for a higher leverage, right? And that's what creates the problem. In case the markets turn bearish, then again, the liquidation price comes very near to your buying price and to the actual current market price, and that's where the problem comes in. Even in some cases, people get liquidated, right? So this is again a major issue that a lot of traders face, right? So again, it is better to trade with a higher capital or to target for larger movements rather than going for higher leverage. This is again a very big issue, right? Target for big, don't go for higher leverage, right? Low leverage, larger targets, high leverage, smaller targets, and very precisely smaller stop loss as well. This is again a very important thing that you should actually keep in mind, right? The next thing is, always keep in mind that in case the markets turn bearish, it is the altcoins which will fall down by a much larger amount as opposed to the larger coins, right? As opposed to the coins having a higher market capitalization, which are of course BTC, Ethereum, BNB, Solana, and so on. Right? Again, this is again a very important concept that you should actually keep in mind, because people tend to take higher leverage on, if suppose there is someone who is taking a positional entry with a 5x leverage on any altcoin, then if the market price comes down by 20%, which is again not a big deal, if ETH falls by 5 to 6%, altcoins can easily come down by 20 to 25%, right? So that's where people get liquidated, especially those altcoins which have moved a lot, right? Next thing is, do not buy high or do not sell at low. This is again a very important concept. Do not buy high and sell at low, or short at low, right? You are looking at a coin which is going for a breakout. Of course, the structure might seem bullish, but it doesn't take a lot of time for the market to trap people. The reason behind this is, in case the markets turn bearish, right? Then again you are gonna face a lot of problem. Prefer buying coins at supports rather than buying them at breakouts. If you are buying at breakout, go for a scalp, not a positional trade. All these rules will matter to you a lot, especially when the markets are in a volatile phase, right? So again, nothing to panic about this. uh, in general, people should also, you know, keep in mind that if in any case, you know, you are not able to maintain profit in futures market where you are going for a higher leverage and trade with a higher frequency, you can go for a spot entry, buy coins which are trading near lows and sell them at higher levels, go for a larger target. It is always much easier to make money with investing as compared to trading, right? Trading can make you huge profits within no time and then take away everything again within no time, right? So again, you should know when to enter, when to exit. Just stay away from greed and fear, right? Be like an institution, you know, go for smaller profit targets. Do not try to, take out a lot from from the market at any market scenario. Keep a track of your position sizing, limit it in some cases, right? And again, there is one rule: whenever the markets go for a trend reversal, right, you know you should be aware of the fact that the markets aren't going for a smooth upside movement or a downside movement. There will be jerks in between, just as we have seen on Ethereum. So again, these are some rules that I have felt that I should share with you, because I'll tell you one thing: the bigger players in crypto, you know, they don't make a lot of money. They don't try to make a lot of money from taking leveraged positions. They go for spot. They make huge entries, preferably at the areas where retail people exit, right? So, yes, I will not really recommend you to go for a higher leverage, especially when you're having a larger capital. For smaller capital folks, you can go for leverage, but not more than maybe 4 or 5x. Okay. And in case of altcoins, just keep your leverage low, very low. You need to understand that thing very well. All right. So these were a few rules that I wanted to share with you all. This should really help you out in your trading. And again, even if you are not profitable for the first month, the second month, the third month, the fourth month, you know, just keep and hold on to this, right? Trading isn't something that is gonna reward you within like the first year or the second year. Even if you're following someone else guidance, even if you are, trading with someone else signals, right? It is not an easy thing. Again, trading with a higher frequency doesn't necessarily mean that you will be making more money, but the opposite is actually true, right? If you trade with a lower frequency, you take 5 to 10 trades in a month, you will be at a better chance to be profitable, right? Just try to accept where you have gone wrong and exit from the market. You need to have a stop loss all the time. Okay. So yes, those were a few things that I wanted to share with you all. uh, I hope all these rules were very much helpful to you. The video pace has been a little slower because again, this is more of a chit chat and not a market analysis video, right? Thank you so much guys for being here, for sticking to the crypto game strong and the GT community. I hope all of you turn profitable by the end of July or August if you have got started now. Thank you so much. See you in our next video.